Truck Series, the first and the final practice of the day from Daytona, brought to you by Toyota. You know, one of the biggest stories of the season before it ever rolls, and right to the very end of the race on that final day at Homestead, is going to be the race format. It's all new this year.
Yeah, and I like it too. We had the caution clock here in the Truck Series last year. Michael and I, Vince, we were all very much in favor of that, and I think it really affected some of the outcomes of the race, which in a positive way, I think. I think the same situation here, but now we're going to pay somebody. If they can lead this race at 20 laps, and they're going to get a playoff point, and they're also going to receive 10 championship points. So I think I love this new format. Michael, the only thing that I don't quite buy into is the fact that, well, these guys are going to race harder, because I raced against you for a lot of years, and I never saw you out there with your hand out the window just messing around. I always thought you raced pretty hard.
Yeah, but I think, Phil, it's going to be really a load on the crew chiefs, those masterminds down there that are calling the shots. And just think about this, too. Something that'll be different this year than we've ever seen before is if you get a pit road penalty in the middle of the first stage, you're going to be messing around with your championship points. You don't get that top 10 finish, you don't get those points. So think about that. These drivers are going to have to be more precise on pit road. The crew chiefs are going to have to plan a strategy not only to get the points at the break in the races at the different stages, but also how do you get the big prize at the end of the day and win that final stage. I can't wait to watch it play out. Mainly, I can't wait to watch all the load that we're going to put on these crew chiefs to make the right decisions around these breaks.
And should point out that in the Truck Series, we did have the caution clock last year. It is gone. It is not a part of the Truck Series this year. And moving forward, as you see trucks starting to come to the garage and make their way toward pit road. And while we wait for practice to begin, let's get a further explanation, maybe one a little bit better than the two of you just gave, about the point system.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
2017 is a new era in NASCAR, where the world's best racing gets even better. While each race remains the same length, they'll now feature 3 stages. The length of each stage depends on the track, but one thing remains consistent all season. A stage win could be the difference between winning or losing a championship. Points will be awarded to each of the top 10 finishers of the stage, and the stage winner wins an additional playoff bonus point. The more playoff points you accumulate, the higher you're seated in the playoffs. A stage flag will fly at the end of each stage, followed by a caution flag, setting up the next stage. Drivers will have the option to pit before the next stage, but enter at your own risk. For stage 2, the same rules apply, and the goal remains the same: finish first. When the checkered flag flies at the end of the final stage, the race is over. Points will be awarded to all race vehicles. And to the winner goes the biggest prize: a spot in the playoffs and 5 additional playoff bonus points. Bottom line, the most exciting racing in the entire world just got even more thrilling. Buckle up.
That's what we said.
Yeah, real clear, Vince. Those cars, those trucks, they look like cars. That guy's a terrible car.
We got to get on our artists.
That's what we said.
You know the difference between a car and a truck? Well, those are definitely trucks, and we're waiting for them to get on the 2.5-mile tri-oval here for the very first time of the 2017 season. And just to recap, Johnny Sauter won 3 races last season and was the champion, earned his championship, his first ever championship in the NASCAR's 3 major series, and Sauter driving the 21 truck, his familiar number again this season with GMS. Practice from Daytona, the season opener, when we come back.